Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about Avengers 4 and that new sweet promo art that just dropped. So we got two new pieces of promo art that officially dropped, and well, let's dive into it and let's talk about it just a little bit and get our thoughts and theories and what we think is gonna happen in Avengers 4. Okay, so the first piece of art we get is this kind of blue background piece with a bunch of characters that we know and love. So starting from the left, we got Thor, the son of Odin's son. Let's see, he looks pretty much the same. He has Stormbreaker still, and well, there's not too much changes to him. He kind of looks like he's flying. It's hard to tell, but I think he's flying. And yeah, he literally looks the exact same from the last time we saw him in Avengers Infinity War. Next, okay, let's talk about this one. We got Captain Marvel. So we got her in her blue, red, gold uniform that we're used to seeing instead of that green one that we saw in the teaser pictures. Looks pretty cool. She definitely looks like she's flying. So, well, that's confirmed. She can fly. And what else can we see? She looks like she has something going on with her hands. Possibly she's wearing those gauntlets, you know? I don't want to talk about those too much because I kind of want to talk about that another time. But we'll have to see. Anyways, we got Nebula, who is kind of joining them now. And that's probably a good idea because, well, let's be honest, they could need all the help they can get after it didn't go so well last time. So, you know, everyone helps at this point. That's why Captain Marvel's there. I guess Nick Fury's message was sent successfully. That's good to know. So, Nebula, she looks pretty much the exact same. Will she be a big character in this movie? I don't know. She might wield the Infinity Gauntlet like in the comics. I wouldn't hold out hope for that. They haven't developed her that well in the movies. So, if anyone's going to hold the Infinity Gauntlet, I don't think it's going to be her. I think it's the guy standing next to her. Let's talk about him. It's Tony Stark's Iron Man. He looks pretty much the exact same as in Infinity War as well. It looks like his nano suit technology healed itself, or he got maybe an upgrade. Not 100% sure. It looks the same. It's hard to tell. He doesn't have his kind of wings deployed, but more than likely it'd kind of be an eyesore to the photo and block Captain Marvel and Nebula, so it's probably smart they're not deployed. Not much to say about him. Doesn't really look that different, although I will say that I think he's going to get an upgrade in this movie suit-wise because he's my number one pick to wield the Infinity Gauntlet because, you know, he's kind of been, let's be honest, he's the heart of the MCU. Even though Captain America is probably the best character, Iron Man has been there since day one, year one, you know. This guy is an OG. If anyone's going to hold it, I think it's going to be him. Next, let's go down a little bit and let's talk Rocket Raccoon. Okay, so he looks like a raccoon here. Not really much of a surprise. I mean that as in he doesn't have a giant weapon on him. Also, I believe it's the same reason for why Iron Man doesn't have his. It'd probably look a little awkward. He just looks like he's running at Thanos with all claws. Yeah, really not much to say there. Although I do like this. I'm going to enjoy seeing the interactions between all these new characters and all the Avengers. I mean, we're going to have to see Captain Marvel officially get introduced to them. And we're going to have to see Rocket Raccoon officially get introduced to everyone as well. He's met a couple characters, but he hasn't met everyone officially yet. Next, we got Black Widow. Also, she's right next to Hulk, which I think is kind of a funny placement for her. Because, well, they have a bit of a history. So, let's talk about her. She looks pretty much the same as well. Her hair's different, though. It looks like it's back to red. Although, I don't know if that's the color we'll actually see in the movie. Depending on what Scarlett Johansson actually wants to do with her hair. Probably is going to be what we actually see. Next to her, we probably have the most interesting character of this new bunch, other than maybe Captain Marvel. And that is Hulk. Hulk is in a jumpsuit. Possibly a uniform. I'm guessing it expands with his body so that he doesn't rip his clothes every damn time he hulks out. That's probably what it is. Also, he looks kind of calm. His face doesn't look angry and mad. He's not showing any teeth. So, I'm starting to think that this could really be Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk is a mixture between Bruce Banner and the Hulk. I think that's exactly what he's going to be here. He's going to be Professor Hulk. He's going to kind of have the intelligence of Bruce Banner with the power of the Incredible Hulk. Definitely the most interesting character here because he looks the most different and he looks sophisticated. Next, we got Captain America. Other than him finally figuring out how to use a razor again, he looks pretty much the same. His hair looks nice, he's clean shaven again, and he looks like he's been wearing the same uniform for the past 3 to 4 years. This one's a bit more upgraded. It looks like it's been polished a little bit, but it looks exactly the same from his uniform in Age of Ultron, Civil War, and he kind of went nomad in Infinity War, but it looks like now he's officially back to Captain America. I don't see him with his shield though, or his kind of shield gauntlets that Black Panther cooked up for him. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to have anything. It's Captain America, and I have a feeling he's going to have his shield back, especially since him and Iron Man are fighting together. It's kind of obvious they would fight together again, but these two got to make up. They got to talk about it a little bit. It'll be a little bit of an awkward interaction. But for the most part, I think they'll just be happy to see each other. And although they're kind of frenemies, they really like each other. So I'm sure they'll make up pretty quickly. It'll probably be a little bit of a heartfelt scene in the movie. Next, we got finally making an appearance is Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. Yeah, he looks pretty much the same too. I think the finger snap might have been the reason he's here. His wife, maybe his kids, might not have done so well during Thanos' finger snap. So he's probably a little mad and wants some revenge. Plus, and like I said, they need help against Thanos, so everyone they can get helps. He's not really wearing his Ronin outfit, but that doesn't mean he won't. Hawkeye's probably on his way out though. I don't think they're going to have much use for him in the MCU. I don't see him ever getting really a spin-off movie. So this might be the last time we see Hawkeye. Next, we got War Machine. And he's kind of in a new armor, it looks like. It's pretty similar to the one we saw in Infinity War. But if you remember, the one in Infinity War got absolutely mangled by Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. And he basically got turned into a ball. So it's probably time he got an upgrade. Is it nanotechnology? I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't look as sleek and smooth as Tony's. And it's more bulky, so I don't know if that could still be nanotechnology. Possibly. I mean, is the gun nanotechnology? I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see. It kind of looks like a laser gun to me. It doesn't really look like a Gatling gun. It kind of looks like it might have repulsor technology in that gun. We'll have to wait and see officially. Next, we got Ant-Man. From what we've seen, his costume looks the exact same. The Wasp is in there unless she's really shrunk down, but I don't see why they would do that because I imagine they would want to show her. Possibly Thanos' finger snap didn't go so well. I'm thinking at the very end of Ant-Man in a post-credit scene, they'll probably be together and she might fade away and Ant-Man might come to the realization that something very, very bad has happened. And now he joins the fight with our fellow Avengers. Lastly, let's talk about where they are. I've heard a lot of talk about where this could be. Some people are saying Titan. I'm not really agreeing with that. Although the top right rock kind of looks like Pride Rock a little bit. Side note. But it's hard to say. It looks pretty cosmic-y, so could they be in space? Kind of by Hulk there. It almost looks like they're in a realm, in my opinion. I don't think they're technically in I think they might be maybe in a altered reality because everything seems kind of dark and blue and cosmic. So I feel like they're not on an actual planet. They're somewhere much different. Possibly the quantum realm. Possibly I don't think they're in the Soul Stone because of the coloring wise. Unless they're trying to throw you off. Maybe Tony Stark's vision. It was kind of dark in Tony Stark's vision during Age of Ultron. So it's hard to say officially where they are. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be fun. The next promo art we have is Thanos. And Thanos is here, all suited up in his armor that is looking pretty boss. And he has his sword. I don't know what's going to happen with this sword. I feel like he should wield it. There's toys of him versus Iron Man and he has the sword. We've yet to see the sword in Avengers Infinity War. I have a feeling it was cut. The directors did say they cut some Thanos scenes. And more than likely, he had the Infinity Gauntlet. And what the hell's a sword gonna do when you have an Infinity Gauntlet? It might be the same case here. I'm judging by the fact that they released him with the sword this time in a promo art, that so far they plan to feature him in the movie with the sword, maybe at least for a little bit. It's interesting that he's in all of his armor again, because in the movie, he had his armor in the beginning scene, but as he wielded more Infinity Stones, the armor shredded off and he was just left as kind of wife-beater Thanos. So, it's interesting to see him in all the armor here. We know his armor is very, very powerful, and possibly he might actually need it, because when he fought Tony Stark without his armor, Tony Stark was able to scratch him, but that did take a lot out of Tony, and Thanos kind of laughed at all the work he had to do for a drop of blood. Is that what's going to happen? Maybe. With this armor, he will virtually be impenetrable. Only really Thor with Stormbreaker can hurt him, so we're going to have to see what exactly happens. I really hope we get some type of teaser trailer or something like that for this. The only other thing I want to talk to you guys about was the Avengers 4 kind of logo. It's purple, which is for two reasons probably. Most likely Thanos, because, well, he's purple, and Hawkeye. I think they kind of laughed at us a little bit because, you know, we were always talking about Hawkeye and how he never made an appearance. Anyways, we're going to have to see what happens. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till May. Maybe they might release it a little bit early. We don't know until to officially see this movie and see if our theories are right, completely wrong. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your theories, what you thought, if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, or if you think differently. Also, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, I appreciate you, and you the real MVP. Until next time, guys, see you later.